Guys, so I am feeling really called to do a bigger reading than I usually do over on Instagram. And Instagram has a limit of 15 minutes, so here we are. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this, there's something here for you. I'm gonna do a Celtic cross, and I don't really have a specific question that I'm asking. I've just been getting this feeling like there's a big message for a lot of people, and whenever you see this, even if it's years in the future, you're one of the people this message is for. So we'll just see what comes through. I really don't know. I'm kind of just following my guides here, which I've been really feeling this. So I've tried to get the angle so that you can see some of the cards, but I'll hold them up as well as we go. So let's just see what comes out. I haven't done a Celtic cross in, I don't know. I mean, personally, privately I do, but on here, on video, not in a long time. So, well, those flew right out, so we'll just see. Okay, so we'll start here. We've got the Three of Water. So this is the situation. And the Three of Water is about cooperation. It's about community. It's about coming together. And it can be also about reconciliation, like coming together in new ways. And water is all about emotion. So there's this coordination that's happening, this coming together in surprising ways, in ways that maybe you didn't think would be possible but are starting to happen. So then crossing that, oh wow. Okay, so crossing that, or the push against that, is love, number 6. And this would be the Lovers in the traditional tarot. This is a choice. And in this case, it's almost like we're having to choose cooperation. There's this calling. Yeah, to choose, yes, there's this calling to choose to cooperate with each other versus going it alone. And there's a necessary love of self here. There's like a peace that is a necessary love of self. And the way that this is crossing the coordination is almost like we have to find that balance between love of self and cooperation with others. So this is boundaries. Like, this is screaming boundaries to me. It's all about finding your healthy boundaries, finding that balance between love for yourself and love for everyone around you, which is all actually the same thing because we're all one, right? This is a big, big theme right now, actually. This Three of Water and the coordination with others, because now we've shifted into the age of Aquarius. And it's just beginning. But already, I think a lot of us are seeing the ways that community is growing and coming into play, and community cooperation is beginning to happen at a level that we've never seen before. And of course, our technology right now absolutely supports that, and COVID taught us in many ways how to use that technology so that we can connect with communities all over the world. Okay, so this is a really interesting start. Big themes. Okay. Okay, so then we've got the Six of Fire, and this is kind of what's obviously going on, and this is the Victory card. This is leadership, victory, achieving something, moving forward. And this card also always screams sacral chakra to me, like creative victory, creative creative success. And this is, so in this position, this is something that you probably are already aware of. So maybe you're on a creative path. Maybe you've had some kind of win lately, some kind of celebratory victory. So then the next card is sort of the more what's going on under the surface that you might be less aware of. And that's the Hierophant. And what I'm hearing is break the mold. So sure, you are having a victory, you're leading, but do it in your own way. The Hierophant is about, it's at the foundation here, this foundation position, it's here because it's almost like you're following the crowd a little too much. You're maybe not following the crowd. It's like you are doing things the way they've always been done. You're kind of within the box, within the rules. And there's this energy here of bust out of the rules. Yeah, I'm going to clarify the Hierophant real quick. Let's just see. This is interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first card that came out is the Hierophant again. So it's like, yeah, you're following the rules, but then we've got the Knight of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Magician. So yeah, this is, you have the speed, clarity, power, and clarity of communication. Get in touch with your child self. Get in touch with the part of you that is childlike and innocent and open to the world. And then create what you want to create. Do it your own way. This is like exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, the double Hierophant here, it's like, it's really like following the rules, following the way that others have done it, following what you're supposed to do. And yeah, I'm just feeling this like sense of it's time to bust out of that. So the recent past is the Nine of Air, and that is related to the Death card. It's the Nine of Swords in the tarot, which is related to the Death card. It's a hard ending. It's an ending. It's recognizing that you have to leave some things behind. And recognizing, and in a lot of cases, even being forced to leave some things behind. So you may have just had an experience of having to release some things, or you may just have had the experience of figuring out what you need to release, because the near future card is the Three of Air. And this is the actual letting go. This is a difficult but necessary separation from something, often from someone, but it can definitely be a separation from a way of being, from a way of functioning in the world. And it's not easy. This isn't an easy separation. It will probably be emotional and a bit tumultuous, but it is so necessary. And this card, it's all about rejection is God's protection. So if something leaves your life, or you know that you're about to let go of something in your life, just know that it is for your highest good, and that what will come down the road to fill in that space will be so much more beautiful than you could ever have imagined. Yeah, and that's with these original cards, this Three of Water crossed by love. That balance of self, that getting really authentic in yourself, and that balance of what you need versus what the world needs, because we don't exist in a vacuum, right? We exist in a huge co-created reality. And so finding that balance of giving and helping while also protecting and taking care of, not even protecting, while also taking care of yourself and respecting yourself and setting healthy boundaries. Okay. Yeah, these are big. This is a big message. So I can see why this needed to come through. And I feel this. I mean, this definitely applies to me as well. Oh. Okay, so this is in conjunction with the 3 of water. This is yourself, like what's going on with you. And the 5 of fire is actually about it's like about some internal conflict, some internal challenge. It goes hand in hand with this. It's like you're wrestling with what you should do, what you've always done, what you thought you wanted. You're wrestling with those truths and this new truth that has come up after this ending. Now that you know what you need to let go of, you've got some internal conflict about how to move forward. And the key with this card is trust your gut, trust your intuition. There's all that fire there, right? So trust the new path. It's challenging, but the new path will take you beautiful places. Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh. So this is external influences. The Page of Water. So this is emotional communication, an emotional message. And for some of you, this actually also might represent children. It makes sense that stepping into the unknown can feel particularly challenging when you have children or dependents of any kind, right? So this also could be speaking to that truth, and that the universe really is aware of that and understands. It is okay for you to hesitate when you need to hesitate. There's nothing wrong with that. And so then alternatively, this is an emotional message. So this, it's almost like the people around you are very emotional right now. The people around you are maybe even in more upheaval than you are. And that is also affecting your ability to move forward or the speed with which you move forward. I'm going to get a little bit of clarification on that, because I don't think for most of us it's representing children, but it does seem like there might be someone watching that it's representing the child in your life. Okay. The Queen of Cups. So this is finding emotional balance. The Queen of Cups is emotional balance. So you've got a lot of emotions swirling around in your external environment that actually aren't yours, that belong to the people around you, the people in your life. It could be coworkers, friends, family, but their emotions are affecting your ability to find this balance. And so this is, again, really calling on you to set those firm boundaries. You're really being asked to set boundaries where you need to. And boundaries can be set in a very kind and loving way. And keep in mind that anyone who intensely reacts negatively to your boundaries, someone who pushes against your boundaries, that tells you that you need more space from that person. That gives you some insight into where they're at. And I think that sometimes we loosen up our boundaries to avoid a reaction from certain people in our lives, when the reality is we kind of just have to let them have their reaction and not take it on personally. It is always okay to set the boundaries that you need. And if someone reacts negatively to that, it's not about you. That's about them. All right. Let's see what else. Okay, so next up, we've got the 8 of Earth. And this is in the hopes and fears position. So this is it's so amazing. I love it. So this is all about honing your craft or learning something new, apprenticeship. And in the hopes and fears position, this tells me that you are ready for a new beginning. You're ready to try something new. You're ready to do things differently, to stop following the rules as you have been. You're ready for that. And you really want to do that. But it's also scary. There's also, there's a lot of fear around being the beginner again, right? Being the apprentice again. Like maybe you have a career that you've really developed and you know, you're at the top of your game, or you're, you know, somewhere up the ladder farther than the beginning. And this is really telling you, like, no, that thing that you really want to do, that you're passionate about, where you would have to kind of start as a beginner, do it. But it makes sense why you would be fearful about it. I mean, it makes total sense that it's hard to start again at the bottom. All right, we'll do one more of these and then we'll do some oracle cards. So, oh, no, not quite. Oh, there we go. Ah, okay. So this is the final outcome of this situation right now where you find yourself, and it's the messenger of air. So this is news. This is some quick, abrupt communication, and I'm going to clarify this because it's a really interesting final outcome. But this is you receiving some kind of news, some kind of communication. And let's see, Spirit, what can you tell us about this communication? Let me clarify this communication. What can you tell us about the communication? What can you tell us about, oh, okay, the messenger of air. Oh, you guys, this is so wild. You just can't make this stuff up. The same exact cards came out that clarified the Hierophant. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the news is going to be very, very swift. And okay, for some of you, I don't usually go there with the Hierophant or even with predictions because I don't like to predict things. But the Hierophant's alternative meaning is marriage. That's one of the common meanings of the Hierophant. And I think it's possible for somebody watching this that there's a proposal on the way. I don't know how many people that could apply to, but I mean, the Hierophant has come out a lot, and it's come out in the final outcome along with some news being delivered. So somebody might be getting a marriage proposal or some kind of romantic proposal that levels your relationship up. You know, marriage, domestic partnership, something. Moving in with someone would be an example that would make sense. Okay, but for most people watching this, so we've got, it's like the messenger of air and the Knight of Swords, this is the same card. Just like the Hierophant came out twice, this has come out twice. So there is swift news coming, and it's news from some kind of an organization, news from maybe an organization you belong to, an organization you're affiliated with, or an organization that you're connected to. I'm actually going to clarify more because this is a really interesting combination of cards. I think I'm going to clarify. Actually, let's just get a word and see what comes out. Ease. Okay, I do think this is about a job. I think that this is about work career in some way for a lot of you, because the card that came out is ease. So I think you're going to get, there's going to be some kind of news from some major player in your industry, in your career path, that's going to be an invitation for you. And, it comes from becoming this beginner. This is the final outcome, so this is like farther out. And so it comes from doing this work, becoming this apprentice. Like, you're going to start to hone your craft, and then you're going to get this news from an established someone in your field, an established organization, or someone who has really paved the way for others in your career. And the truth is, probably the reason that you're going to stand out is because you are doing it your own way. So remember that you want to be finding your own way to do it, finding those boundaries. And because of that, it's going to set you apart from the rest of the crowd, and you're going to get this news or this invitation. And that invitation is going to bring more ease into your life. It's going to set you up with maybe more abundance, a schedule you can make for yourself. Somehow this is going to advance your career, your work, your life purpose path. All right. I want to do some oracle cards too. So this is really interesting. It's like, go your own way, set boundaries, find balance. Go ahead and become the beginner. Go ahead and apprentice in this area. Whatever it is that's exciting to you, the universe will support you when you follow what most excites you and what you're really passionate about. Yeah, there's a lot about overcoming fear and setting a solid foundation here. And that is going to lead you to this very quick and kind of out of the blue, unexpected surprise invitation. It's going to be very positive. All right, I'm going to get a wisdom of the oracle just to see, because I love this deck. And I think it'll round this out really nicely for us. There we go. Oh, this is so great, you guys. I mean, you just happy. That's the card. Number 26. And I always read out of the book for this deck because she just does such a beautiful job with these descriptions. But obviously this is a super positive card. So let's see. Happy. I love it. Joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. The oracle's message. Your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy moment to moment, for you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. None of this is because of something outside yourself. Your happiness is a result of your being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. Interesting. So I'm going to read the prosperity message as well. This is a time to take pride in your accomplishments. You're doing good work, providing exceptional service, and are well compensated for it. The world rains gratitude upon you, and you're happy with the results of your efforts and creativity. Isn't it amazing to consider all that you have done? Remember your partnership with Spirit in this moment too. Your soul has always known you could accomplish anything if it brought you joy. Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to start the new thing. Don't be afraid to go your own way. You are definitely being called to do it. All right, I think that feels complete. thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm glad I did this on here because it did end up being a good bit over 15 minutes. And remember, whenever you see this, this is for you. So this is definitely a timeless message that just, the universe really wanted to get out there. So there it is. Have a beautiful day.